Hello and welcome everybody. It's Donna Gray here, your Stamping Up demonstrator from the Scenic Rim in Queensland. So I'm so excited that you have actually joined me tonight. And yes, this is a little bit different. I'm live on a Monday night. Can you believe it? So I'm super excited to be crafting with you tonight. And I wanted to let you know about this new fun class that I will be doing every week. So this is a new thing that I've added into my business, and I'm super excited to be crafting with you and sharing my inspiration with you every Monday night. So I'm going to be live at 5 every Monday night. So if you are watching for the first time, make sure you hit that subscribe button. If you are an avid watcher of mine, an avid follower of mine, please give me the thumbs up because YouTube and Facebook loves it when you actually give me the thumbs up. And the more you give me the thumbs up, the more Facebook and YouTube love it. So that really helps my business a lot. So I'm super excited. So you may see the heading of this video that says free Cheerful Daisies class. Now, it is actually a class that you can earn the kit for free with a qualifying order. So for any orders over $65 or more, you will get the kit to make 6 cards sent out to you absolutely free of charge by just placing a $65 order or more. But then again, I have a second offering that if you place a $100 order or more, you will actually get the free kit, but you'll also get a free embellishment as well. So this is a new thing that I'm adding into my business at the moment, and I'm super excited to be doing it. And I've got some gorgeous cards for you. So if you're on my email list, you would have already received an email today showing you the 3 gorgeous cards that I'm going to create with you tonight. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about how the class works. And yes, it's here and it's free and it's online and you can see exactly what I'm doing. But if you actually want the kit to go with it, then you just place a qualifying order. Now I'm using the Cheerful Daisies bundle, and if you actually order the Cheerful Daisies bundle, you will qualify to get the free quick kit. So my shopping link is in the show more box down below, also in the description of the video on Facebook as well. So please reach out to me if you are not comfortable shopping online and you would like me to place a customer order for you. Then by all means I can place a customer order. You do actually need to use the host code to actually be in the running for one of these free kits. So here is the host code on my screen. So to order, you need to add that host code when you're placing your order. So for any orders $65 or more, you will get a kit to make 6 cards. So I'm going to make 3 cards tonight. You will get a kit to make 2 of each card sent to your doorstep absolutely free for placing the order online. So so hopefully a few of you will take me up on this this wonderful offer. If not, just sit back and enjoy the crafting session. Now I just want to tell you, you all know that I've been overseas and I've been traveling. I've got a really nice souvenir that I wanted to show everybody. And I forgot about it the other day when I went live. So I decided that I wanted to show you all tonight. So you all know that I went to Paris, and Paris has always been on my bucket list. It's always been something that I've wanted to do. And the Eiffel Tower was somewhere that I always wanted to go and see. And if you followed me on my business page, you would have seen the gorgeous video that I posted of the Eiffel Tower all glittering. And, you know, it was so beautiful to see that Eiffel Tower like that. I just had to bring home a mini glittering Eiffel Tower to have in my house so that I can remember what it was like to actually see that gorgeous Eiffel Tower all glittery. So how super cute is this? They had big ones. I really wanted to buy a big one, but I couldn't fit it in my suitcase. So I bought a tiny, gorgeous little Eiffel Tower. So isn't it gorgeous? I've got some key tags as well, but absolutely stunning. So I've got my own little Eiffel Tower. So whenever I'm feeling like I need to go on a holiday, I'll just turn my Eiffel Tower on. All right, so I want to show you now exactly what you are going to get as your free kit if you actually purchase online and do a $65 order or more. So I'm just going to explain to you. So I'll show you the 3 cards that we're going to make, and then I'll show you how the kit's going to come as well. So let me change my camera down to my desk. So there you go. These are the 3 gorgeous cards that I'm going to make for you tonight. And I'm going to sit here and I'm going to actually make them tonight. So yes, it is a free class and you are getting access to it right now. How your kit is going to come is you are going to get a kit like this for your 3 cards. So this one here is this card. This one here is that card. And this one here is that card there. So that's actually how your kits are going to come. So in the kit, you're going to get your card bases. You're going to get all of the card stock to actually create these cards. Now, I'm actually not going to do the die cutting, and I'm not going to put embellishments in there, and I'm going to tell you why. Because you're going to need to have this stamp set to be able to create these gorgeous cards. So you're going to need the stamp set and you're going to need the dies. So if you don't have the stamp set and you don't have the dies and you so absolutely fall in love with what I'm doing, then all you need to do is purchase the stamp and the die bundle and you will get this kit for free. So that's actually how it's going to work. So, so this is a card class. Now, this is what I would normally do. If you were coming to my craft studio, this is the type of thing that you would be doing if you came to my craft studio and you attended one of my classes. So I'm offering this class and I'm going to do these every week. Every Monday, I'm going to do a class. So it's not a subscription thing. It's something that if you want to actually get the kit for the class that I hold on Monday, then from Monday through to Friday, there is an ordering special and you use the host code, which I actually popped up there before, this one here. You have to use this host code to be able to be in the running to get the free kit. So it's as simple as that. So let's get to crafting because that's what we're all here for. So which one do we want to do first? Let me know, left, middle, or right. Tell me which one you want to do first. Type it into the comments and let's vote on which one you actually want to have me create first. So the kits will have everything in it. They'll come with envelopes as well. So you're going to have your card bases. You're going to have all the cardstock that you need and the designer series paper to be able to cut out all of the die cuts and things, but you will need the bundle to be able to participate. So the beauty of it is if you already have the bundle, then you will be able to have fun and earn these kits. So we have left, middle, right, 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 middle. Okay, right's in the winning to start off with. Middle, middle. Okay, middle's in the running now. I think middle is winning it. Next one to vote for whichever you like, says Margaret. You make me laugh, Margaret. That's so funny. Whichever one I like. Okay, so I think, okay, middle's it. Middle's it. Middle got the vote. So let's go to the middle one. All right. So that's this card kit here. So as I said, this is what you will get in your kit. So what we're actually going to do, I'm going to pop the little card up there in the corner, out of the way of my Eiffel Tower. I should have my Eiffel Tower glittering away while I'm doing this, shouldn't I? So we're actually using the gorgeous Cheerful Daisy stamp set, and we're also using the matching dies, which I have the dies in here on a lovely magnetic sheet to keep them nice and neat. So the dies are really cute. This is like one full single die. So you get the 3 flowers and the leaf all cut out in one full single die, which is really good. It's got a really great little stitched label die as well for your sentiments, which is fantastic. It's got some gorgeous embellishment dies and of course the flowers and the layers that you can layer up. So we're going to make some of these quick, simple cards. But as I said, if you place an order for $65 or more, you will get the card kit for free. So first of all, we've got a boho blue. So that's one of our new colors. And it's a gorgeous color. So who loves the boho blue? Give us the thumbs up if you love boho blue. I know it's fast becoming one of my favorite colors, that's for sure. Okay. So you will have your designer series paper cut. So we've got this gorgeous designer series paper. Now, this is the Cheerful Daisies designer series paper. So I have cut your layers really, really nicely, ready to go on the front. So we're just going to quickly glue that one together. So who's loving me going live on a Monday night? What's your thoughts? Are you enjoying the fact that I'm here Monday night going live? I still will do my regular Thursday morning live video for my avid crafters. But this is actually going to be a class every week. I'm going to be doing it. So I've done that, and then I'm actually going to glue that down to my front layer, so to my card base. So far, pretty simple, right? It's not actually that hard to do. So if you are brand new to crafting, my classes that I'll be doing on a Monday are going to be nice, easy card making with a few simple steps. And it will be a great way to get you crafting and inspired to be able to create some gorgeous creations. So now I'm using a pierce mat. Now, the reason that I'm using a pierce mat is that these stamps are photopolymer stamps. So the rule of thumb when you've got a photopolymer stamp is that you need to use a pierce mat or some type of cushioning to get a really nice, good, crisp stamped image. Now, the ink colors that I'll be using tonight, I'm just using 3 of the colors. I'm going to use Boho Blue, Pebbled Path, and Moody Mauve. So they are the 3 ink colors that we're going to be using tonight. So pretty simple, not a whole heap of different colors. So that was quite good that I decided not to use a lot of colors. You're getting dinner sorted at the moment. Dora said that she'll enjoy another live. I'm able to watch you on Monday as you don't have to work Mondays. Well, that's good, Deborah. And Elizabeth said that she's getting dinner sorted at the moment. Michelle said, love it because I'm usually working through the day. I know. So that's why I thought I just didn't know how my internet was going to hold up. But you know what? At the moment, it's looking pretty good. Okay. So I'm just going to stamp a couple of flower stems here. So one there, and one up there. So that's for our 3 flowers that we're going to have arranged there. So then I'm actually going to grab the little leaf stamp and I'm going to add some leaves. So just randomly add some leaves. It's got a cute little notch type of thing there that I think is, whoops, and I've misstamped that, but let's see if we can, not too bad. And so it's got a little notch there on that branch too that you can actually add some leaves to where that notch sticks out. So you can randomly just place them anywhere. I'm using Pebbled Path to be able to stamp those stems. Okay, so now in your kit, you're going to have a piece of basic white that's going to fit for your insert. So I'm going to pop that inside the card so we don't get mixed up. You're also going to have a scrap piece of paper. Now that scrap piece of paper is going to be for your flowers that you're going to stamp, and you'll have a little tiny strip for your sentiment layer as well. So while we've got the Pebbled Path out, I may as well stamp the sentiment while I'm going. So I'm stamping the sentiment, You Made My Day. Now, I actually used this stamp set for my incentive trip swaps as well. So I absolutely love this stamp set. It's been a stamp set that when I first looked at the catalog, it was on my definite list. It was definitely one of the first stamp sets that I actually purchased. So, and I think for most people, I'm now just going to cut the ends of that. Now, the reason that I cut the ends of that, I just make it in a bit of a little angle, and it just makes a little bit of a difference on the front of your card instead of having just the straight cut sentiment. So it's just a little quirky thing that I love to do, but it just makes that sentiment look so nice. All right. So now we've got to stamp our flowers. Now, the key point to stamping when you've got a solid image and you've got a lined image is to stamp the detailed image first. Now, the reason why I say that, it's so much easier to line up after you've stamped the detailed image and then you stamp your solid image over the top. It's so much easier to line up because you can see through your block and you can see exactly where you need to stamp that solid image over the top of the lined image. I'm just going to clean them because I've been playing around with this set this afternoon. So I'm just going to clean them up. So now this Monday class is going to be happening every Monday. So I'm going to feature a bundle every Monday, and I'm going to hold a class every Monday. And then the ordering special for you to be able to earn the kit for free will go from Monday to Friday that week. Okay, so it's going to be a regular thing, and that's actually how you're going to be able to get your hands on the kit. So I'm just going to stamp now in Moody Mauve. I'm going to stamp need one large flower and two of the middle flower. So there is a third flower in this one, which is like flower or a cone flower or something that I don't know, some different type of flower. So we're using the large flower and then the two smaller ones. So I'm just going to stamp one of the large flowers there. So that's just a lined image using Moody Mauve. And then I'm going to do the two small ones again as well with the lined image. And as you can see, the amount of cardstock I have given you has given you a lot of room to move to make those flowers work. Okay, so we've stamped the two lined, the two different size flowers and the two lined images. Now we're going to take the Moody Mauve again and we're going to stamp up the solid image. But what we're going to do is we're going to stamp off and then we're going to line it up over the top and we're going to stamp the Moody Mauve over the top. And it's totally okay if you don't get them lined up perfectly, but what a gorgeous flower we have there. So that's the solid image in the Moody Mauve stamped off. Then we're going to take the smaller one and we're going to stamp that off as well. Michelle says that she loves my nails. I got them done the other day. Can you see these? Okay, these, I'm going to see if I can get that to warm up. These are heat nails. So you can see how that one looks like an ombre nail. When you warm it up, oh, it's not going to work. When you warm it up, so when it's cold, it goes dark gray. And when it's warm, it goes like an ombre look. So it's super cute. It's a fun, I found a really good nail girl here in town, which has been really great. And I just walk in and tell her what color I want, and she just does them. She just works out the pattern and does them for me, which is really fantastic. It's so nice to actually have someone that does the thinking for you. So there you go. So I've got 3 flowers. So 3 flowers, and so I've done the outline with the Moody Mauve full strength. I've done the inside solid bit with Moody Mauve stamped off. And then I'm going to grab the pebbled path again, and I'm just going to stamp the inside little pieces of the flower with pebbled path. So we've got one of the large ones for the large flower, and it doesn't really line up perfectly in the middle of this flower, so you just stamp it where you think you can. Okay, so there's that's my attitude. Just stamp it where you think you can. And then there's a smaller one for the smaller flower. The smaller one actually fills up the center better. This one you can stamp twice if you want to, but I don't mind having that sort of white space around there. Okay, so the next thing what we're going to do is we're going to bring in the die cutting machine, and I apologize once again. I still have the Big Shot machine. I still haven't got my cut and emboss back in my craft room. I mean, I've been away for a month. You know, you've got to give me a little bit of leeway. I've been traveling overseas and I've got a bit of jet lag. No, I haven't really got jet lag. I'm fine. But I haven't got my things where they should be. So just a typical case of the fact that I've taken them out and used them and then haven't put them back in my craft room. So we've got 2 dies that will cut out these. So we've got the large flower die and we've got the medium flower die, or the middle flower die, if that's what you want to call it. So we're just going to line those up, if I can get that right. Is it there? This one does my head in a little bit. Once I get it lined up, I'm good. There we go. So with these flower dies, you just keep rotating it until you can't see any white space. And then you know you've got it lined up. Sometimes you can pick something in the die that looks like the bottom. So this, like here, looks like the bottom of that flower. Is it the bottom of the flower? Have I got it right? Maybe not. I just keep turning it and rotating it until it fits properly and it looks like it's going where it should be. And no, I think it's this way. See, I'm not used to crafting and being live at night time. It's a nice change. Is that it? No. Is that it? Yes. There we have it. Okay. So, okay. That's okay, Sam. You're here now, so it's all good. You haven't missed very much. I just explained how the free kit works. And I was thinking, where did I put that? So then we're just going to cut out those flowers. Oh, and there goes a flower on the ground, of course. Murphy's Law, isn't it? When you don't want to bend over, the flower goes, the die goes on the floor. Okay, so we've got 2 flowers cut out there, and we just have to do that next medium flower, and hopefully I've got the die still sorted the way it should be. Here we go again. There we go. There it is. Wasn't so hard to do that time. All right, let's get rid of that one that we've got already cut out there. And honestly, like, it's handmade, so please don't beat yourself up about whether you've got the die on exactly straight or whether you've stamped your image over the top exactly where it should be. It's handmade. It's okay. It doesn't have to be perfect. One of the things that I have learned in crafting is, as long as you're happy with it, then go with it. So, like, honestly, it doesn't have to be perfect because it is handmade. It's not computer generated that it's spitting out exactly the same card. Every card is different. So never, ever try to be too particular about being exactly right. Okay, so we've got this one on here. So this one here, I'm actually going to pop up on dimensionals. So I'm just going to grab some dimensionals and pop some on the back. So as I said, this is typical of a card class that I would hold in my craft studio here locally, and I'm about to get my craft studio to be started. So today I've actually ordered the steel for the posts and the beams for my craft studio. So it's a little bit exciting that that's actually starting to all happen. I got the concrete slab put down for my craft studio just before I left for overseas. And it was so nice to come back home and see that beautiful concrete slab in the back area. But I can't wait until there's a craft studio built there. It'll be super, super exciting. So if you're local to Bow Desert, then by all means, I do a monthly coffee and card class. I just love hanging out with crafty people. Isn't that what we're into craft for? Being able to hang out with crafty people. So now I'm just going to pop some dimensionals on the back of the large flower first. And it's just simply arranging these flowers on the stems, and you can actually arrange them however you want when it comes to where your stems are, because you can cover up your stems a little bit with the flowers. So it's a little bit forgiving as far as that's concerned. So then I'm going to pop, now I'm just going to pop the dimensionals on sort of that left-hand side of that flower so that when we pop it on here, we can overlap onto that large one. So I didn't want my dimensionals to be overlapping onto that flower. Same thing with this one. So we're going to flip it over, pop them on that left-hand side of the flower, and then let the right-hand side just rest onto the other popped up flower. So you can see this is coming together pretty quick and pretty easy. So 3 gorgeous flowers there. Get rid of my dimensionals. Okay, and now with a little bit of the Pebbled Path ribbon. Now, if you qualify to earn the free kit with a $65 order, as I said, if you actually order the bundle and a roll of the ribbon, you will get a pack of the embellishments that I'm going to use for free. So it's a win-win situation if you needed to buy the supplies to go with this free card class. So now what I'm doing is I've popped a little bit of Seal Plus down on the label there, and then I'm just going to pop my ribbon in like a zigzag. So I'm just going to glue it down into that Seal Plus and pop it like a zigzag like that. And I tend to do it with the ribbon still on the spool, so then you can cut it at whatever length you need. You're not wasting any ribbon, and I think that length's okay. But that is the Pebbled Path in color ribbon which I love, love, love. I love all of these in colors. Like, honestly, I think Stampin' Up really, really got it right with these in colors. So now I'm going to add, now I'm going to use my foam strips. Now, these are foam strips that we sell, and I find that it's just really easy when you've got a skinny, narrow sentiment to actually use the foam strip, and you can have it built up all the way along. And I'm just going to sit that straight across my ribbon, but making sure that we're straddling onto our cardstock to make sure that that sentiment doesn't move. So we don't want it just sticking on our ribbon because it will bobble around. So you need to make sure that you're actually overlapping that ribbon and making sure that your foam pad is actually connecting with the cardstock. So that's one of the main things. So now what we need to do is we need to stamp the insert of our card. So we've got our insert hiding in here. So we're going to stamp this gorgeous flower. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to take the stem once again with my Pebbled Path ink. I'm going to stamp, and I'm going to use my scrap bit of paper. Oh, just under there. So I'm just going to use my scrap bit of paper because I don't want the stem all the way up. I'm just doing 3/4 of the stem there. Then I'm going to grab my leaves again. And as I said before, I mentioned that it has these little pokey out bits. You can actually line your leaf up with that pokey out bit, and it looks like it's coming out of the stem there. I'm going to do another little one down there. Then I'm going to grab the medium flower again with my Moody Mauve, and I'm going to ink up the lined image in Moody Mauve and stamp it down. I'm then going to grab the solid image. I'm going to ink it up, stamp it off, and stamp over the top. And then I'm going to, with the center, we're going to do a little Pebbled Path center in the center of the flower. Okay, and that's the insert done for our card. Let me just pop that ink out of the way, and we will pop those over there. Keep my space a bit tidy for you. So we now have the insert done for the card. So we'll bring that back in, get the right card. And I'm just going to use my liquid glue again. And we will add some liquid glue on there, and we will adhere that into the inside of the card. Now, all that's left to do is to embellish our card. So now how I've designed this class is you can use whatever ribbon you have in your craft stash that's going to go with it, and whatever embellishments. Now, I've used just the basic rhinestones. So if you do a $100 order, you will get the free kit to make the 6 cards, and you will also get a pack of these rhinestones as well. So if you wanted to do, say, the bundle and a roll of the ribbon, then you would get these embellishments for free. And then you would have everything that you need other than the inks and your crafty tools and adhesives. So there you go. That is the first card. So what do you think? Super, super cute. Not that hard. Honestly, it wasn't that hard, but you've got a beautiful, effective card. So that's card number 1. Okay, so card number 2, we had this one that was on the right that everyone seemed to say that it was between the middle and the right-hand side one. So I'm going to bring in the right-hand side one, which was the gorgeous Moody Mauve. So in your kit, oops, I better get the right kit. Better not do the one that's already done up, ready to go. So in your kit, you're going to get the Moody Mauve cardstock. You're going to get the insert for the inside of your card, and you're also going to get enough white cardstock to cut this die cut out. Now, it's all one piece, and I've actually gone ahead and cut it out myself. But you'll get enough white cardstock to cut that die cut out, and to also cut out the gorgeous sentiment label. Now, that comes in the bundle. So the bundle, you will have everything, all the dies that you need to be able to do that. Now, you'll notice here that I've actually done, I've got a piece of the designer series paper. So this is the daisy paper. So the back side of it, so it's the Moody Mauve size. Now this here is some of the daisy paper, but it's been cut out with the Country Corners dies. Now, if you haven't seen the Country Corner dies, I'm going to show you them because I love when we have nesting dies. So you can see here. So I've used the third one from the middle. Okay, so that's the size that I've used. Now I will cut that piece out for you because that is not in the featured bundle that I'm using. I will cut that piece out for you, okay? So you will get that cut already for you in your kit. But everything else you will need the bundle to be able to die cut all the other pieces. So let's get on to, so we've got this die cut piece. Now it's all cut all in one piece. Now I'm actually going to bring in my pierce mat, but I'm also going to bring in my scrap piece of paper, and I'm going to bring in some of our blending brushes. Now, if you've never used our blending brushes before, I am telling you, you don't know what you're missing out on if you haven't used our blending brushes, because they are super, super cute and they do a wonderful job of blending color. So I've got one for the Moody Mauve and I've got a smaller one for the Pebbled Path. So I'm actually going to just add a hint of color onto this. Now I did muck up on my sample because I actually used I used the wrong ink pad when it came to actually doing the Pebbled Path. I put my blending brush into the Moody Mauve and it was supposed to be in Pebbled Path, just like this. So all I'm doing is just taking a little bit of ink on my blending brush and just adding a little bit of our Pebbled Path on the leaf there. And then I'm going to take my Moody Mauve and I'm going to use the other blending brush and I'm going to add a little bit of color with the blending brush. And I'm just adding a hint of color around the outside edge. Now, the only reason that I did this was I just wanted to take, and just be careful that you don't demolish your flowers. I just wanted to take that stark white look off that die cut. Okay, so I still wanted it to look white. I didn't want it to look totally blended, but I just wanted to add a little bit of color just on that die cut a little bit, just to give it a little bit of a pop on the front of the card. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to take our pieces. So we've got this designer series paper. We're just going to add a little bit of glue onto the back of that and arrange it on the front. So these papers are absolutely stunning. They've got beautiful floral prints on one side, the daisy prints on one side, and then the other side are these more brush stroke, natural looking paper patterns. So they're absolutely gorgeous. Now I'm going to take that die cut that was cut with those country floral dies, and this one's going to sit down a little bit further down off here. So when you get your card kit, you'll be able to come back to this video because it's here on YouTube and it's here on Facebook. So you'll be able to come back to this video and you'll be able to replay the video and craft along with me. All right. So then we have this gorgeous die cut. So we're actually going to add some dimensionals on the back of that die cut to actually pop it up on the front. So some of the places you're able to use the big dimensionals, and then other places you may have to use the small mini ones. So I'm just going to grab my minis because sometimes the mini ones are just easier to be able to pop into places. So we're just going to add some dimensionals around to make sure that we can pop this whole die cut piece up. So just randomly placing them around where you think you're going to need them to add a bit of stability to your die cut. Making sure, like with the minis, that they're not poking out. That one there might look like it's going to poke out. So let's move it. Will it move? Yeah. We might move it to about there. That looks better. So I'm just adding some of these mini dimensionals on the back just to lift this up. We'll pop another one just there and maybe another one on that leaf that's going a little bit wonky. And so as you can see, you can go crazy with some of these little, but we want it to be fairly solid. I'm going to try and put another one there. Yeah, I just needed to go down a bit further. We want to have that die cut that it's going to sit up really nicely. You love the cards, Melly? Thank you. That's so sweet of you. I had a fun time designing them today. I was totally I have been totally in love with this set, as I said, ever since I seen it in the catalog the first time. So it's not hard to create some gorgeous cards with it. And as I said, I did actually use it for my incentive trip swap as well because I just loved it so much. So you get me every time you get a new flower stamp and you think, I can't have any more flowers. Surely I don't need any more flower stamps. And then you see something and you go, I just have to have that. And this was one of those things. So it's a super gorgeous, gorgeous set. Okay, so we're just going to straddle that across the front like that. Okay, so we've got that popped up. So that was pretty easy. So now we're actually going to take our sentiment and we're going to stamp wishing you the brightest birthday. So I'm just going to grab that and we're going to grab our Pebble Path ink. Okay. I have my dinner cooking and it's smelling so nice that I so just want to go and eat, but we're in the middle of a class, aren't we? But it's smelling beautiful. I'm like, I shouldn't have put that in the oven. I'm going to be definitely very hungry when I'm finished here and ready to eat. Okay, so I'm just going to do that. Now I'm going to add another little bit of the Seal Plus again to add my ribbon. So I'm just going to add a couple of strips along there. So I want to be able to have some Seal Plus to be able to pop that ribbon down into. You just love the take your pick tool and the new addition tools. The new addition tools are pretty good too, aren't they, Doris? I agree. Okay, so, and Margaret said this set is on your wish list when you get back home. Yep, sounds great. All right, so I'm just going to do a bit of an angle. So it's a little bit just a V shape with that ribbon at a bit of an angle. And I'm then just going to cut the end. And I really want to cut that one the other way. Okay, so we've got a bit of a V shape happening there with our ribbon. The ribbon can go under there if you want to pop it under there. I've popped my flower over a little bit further than my sample card, but that's okay. As I said, it's handmade. So now what we're actually going to do is we're going to add that sentiment on with some dimensionals. And once again, we're actually going to make sure that we put our dimensionals straddling across that ribbon so that we're not going to have it adhering just to the ribbon. Sue's saying, hi, Donna, gorgeous cards. Hated this set. Now that you're convincing me I need it. What are you cooking? I'm cooking. Okay, so for my dinner, I'm having chicken schnitzel and salad. Do you know, one of the things that I found while I was away overseas was I was struggling with the food choices. I physically I just couldn't wait to get home and get into some nice salads. And I love chicken schnitzel. Who doesn't love chicken schnitzel? Who out there physically doesn't love chicken schnitzel? Don't type it in the comments. Surely there's no one out there that hates chicken schnitzel. Surely not. It's one of my favorite meals. And you know, I came home and I went out to bingo on Thursday night with my friends here in Beaudesert, and we go to bingo every Thursday night, and I absolutely love it. And they were so excited to see me back, which made me feel really good. I'm so glad that that people missed me. But I had salt and pepper calamari and salad. Oh, it was just lovely. And you know what? You would swear I hadn't eaten for a month, but it was just so nice. I ate every single scrap of it off my plate. The salad was beautiful. The calamari was fresh and gorgeous. And yeah, thoroughly enjoyed it. So I'm just, once again, with my pebbled path, I'm just doing a stem with a couple of leaves. Okay, and also to then the Moody Mauve again with our flowers. Okay, so we're going to do the lined flower first. So just like that. Then, of course, we're going to grab the solid piece, stamp off, and then line up over the top. And sorry, I hope my head wasn't in it then. Oh, and I lined that up really, really bad because I was worried about my head being in the camera. So we'll try a restamp. Anyway, it's all good. It's handmade. It doesn't matter. Okay, and you can hardly tell that I'm off kilter there. All right, and then we're just going to add a little center to our flower, and that is the insert of our card done. So then we're going to adhere that to the inside of the card. I'll just pop that closed. I don't think I did anything else. No, that's all I did. Okay, so just with our liquid glue. Okay, April Monthly Stamps Club couldn't help but read the reverse side of that scrap paper. I'm trying to think of what was in it, Matthew. All right. Jennifer, I'm sorry. Jenny's saying it's not the first time that I've actually convinced her to purchase a set. I'm sorry. What can I say? I enjoy my job and I do my job well. That's all I can say. And sometimes it's just a case of seeing something get used that you actually go, oh, I really love that. I physically really love that. And I truly love this set. So once again, I'll finish it off just with my rhinestones. So I'm just going to pop a couple around. One down there. Okay, and there you have card number 2. Simple, yet absolutely stunning. What do you think? Give me the thumbs up. If you're watching this and you think it's awesome, give me the thumbs up. YouTube and Facebook love it. So thank you very much for that. We'll move on to the third and final card. So just remember, if you're just joining, this is a free online class, but you can actually get the kit. If you place a $65 order with me online, you will get a card kit to make 6 of these cards. So you make 2 of each card. So you will actually get the card kit to make the 3 cards, and you'll make 2 of each. Now, if you place a $100 order, you will actually get a card kit. And I'm just going to check the measurement on that because that looks a little bit wider than what it should be. It might be right, but I'm just going to double check it. No, it is right. It just didn't look the right size, but it is correct. Okay. So we're starting off with a white card base, and we're going to fold that one in half. And this is our thick basic white that we're using here for our card base. Now we have 2 different types of white cardstock. One is regular white cardstock, and that's used for our layers and for our inserts of our card. And the other one is actually a thick basic white cardstock, and that's actually used for our card bases. So if you actually want to place a qualifying order to get this free kit, I'm just going to pop up. You need to use this host code that's on the bottom of the screen there. So I'll just move that up further. So that is the host code, and you can go over to stampingwithdonnag.com and you'll find my online store, or you can find the link to it down in the show more box down below. So now I'm going to add my designer series paper onto a boho blue layer. So this designer series paper, once again, is that gorgeous daisy paper, but the reverse side of it. So the more neutral side of the designer series paper. And I'm popping it onto the gorgeous new boho blue. So this is Pebbled Path, this color that we've got here on the front. And I thought it just was a lovely background for the boho blue. So, a lovely background for the blue flowers. So I've done that. So I'm then going to pop some dimensionals on the back of that one. So once again, using my take your pick if you know where I put it. And how did I lose the take your pick that quickly? There it is. Okay, so I'm just going to add some dimensionals onto the back of that layer. There. And don't be skimpy with your dimensionals. When you're actually popping a layer up, make sure that you cover all bases. Don't leave just the corners and then you've got the middle where it's going to sag and flop. You don't want that to happen. So make sure that you definitely don't skimp on your dimensionals. Add enough dimensionals that you know that it's going to stay nice and sturdy, because after all, if these are going to go through the post, You don't want your recipient receiving a saggy, horrible front on their card. We want it to stay up and stay nice and solid and really pretty for the recipient to receive. So who that's watching has the Daisy stamp set already? Type into the comments and let me know. Do you already own the Daisy stamp set? So I'm now going to pop that. I'm going to pop it over to the left a little bit because I want to arrange my flowers. And so I sort of want to arrange it that the larger flower is sort of evening out the fact that I've got it over towards the left. And it just helps it to even it out, like just to make it in proportion. All right, so now we've got a scrap bit of paper here. So that's for our insert. So we're going to pop that to the inside of the card. So we've got it there. And we've got a scrap bit of paper, and that's for a stamping of our flowers. And you'll have enough scrap bit of paper that you're going to do your sentiment on it as well. I've pre-cut my sentiment ready to go, that label, so that it would save a bit of time showing you tonight here. So now I'm going to bring out my scrap piece of paper again, and I'm going to clean off those stamps because we're now changing the color. We're changing the color up to our boho blue, which is super, super cute. So who is loving the new in colors? What are your thinks? What are your thoughts? I absolutely love them all. I feel like, honestly, I feel like Moody Mauve is probably my favorite out of all of the colors. What are your thoughts? Are you enjoying the new in colors? It says my hands must be warm. My nail color has changed. There we go. It has. It has. There you go. I've warmed up. So I don't know why I was cold. Oh, I do know why I was cold. I got my food out of the freezer to put it in the oven before I jumped on live. That's probably what it was. So I'd put my hands in the cold freezer. So now you can see they've got an ombre look. I love it. I love the fact that my nails are changing. They're called what they call mood nails. Sue Clements. Oh God, Donna, no food for me this week. Daisy bundle instead. Still hooked on the salted caramel latte. Oh my God, Sue, I have to tell you about salted caramel. Okay, sorry. A bit of an alert here. I've got news for you on salted caramel. You all know that I love salted caramel. So I'm just going to turn the camera because I need to chat with you in person for this. So you all know that I love salted caramel. So when I was in London, they actually have an M&M store. So I love M&Ms. So I thought I'm going to go in and I'm going to go to the M&M store and I'm going to see what I could get. And I thought all I was going to be doing is buying just normal M&Ms. Like I didn't realize they were going to have all these different M&Ms. You can get salted caramel M&Ms. Do we have them here in Australia? Like, does anyone know? Do we actually have them here in Australia? Because I'm in love with them. I need to find out because, oh, Lordy, they were so, so yummy. So salted caramel M&Ms with salted caramel latte. Oh, you've got me. I thought I actually thought about that the other day, and I thought, oh my God, I haven't told anyone about the salted caramel M&Ms. So let me know. Does anyone know? Do we get salted caramel M&Ms here in Australia? Can we buy them? Matthew said he needs the Daisy stamp set. Ordering the paper but not have the stamp or dies. You ordered it yesterday, Joanna. Yeah. You're not keen on wheat. You have it. Boho and Moody are the best. Merlene, you've got my heart. Matthew says he thinks the new in colors are beautiful. Love the in colors. Love 4 of the new in colors. Didn't get the wild wheat. I can tell you, I don't mind the wild wheat. You have the Daisy combo, but haven't played with it yet. Well, Doris, this is going to make you get out and play with it. What do you think? Sue, I know she's saying, oh, I wish I haven't seen them. Let me know. Does anyone know? Can we get salted caramel M&Ms? If not, I feel like I'm going to have to get my friend Sam Hammond, Poodles, over there to send me some salted caramel M&Ms. Oh my God, they are absolutely scrumptious. All right, so now I'm going to do a boho blue flower. So I'm going to do one of the large ones and I'm going to do 2 of the smaller ones. one there. And as you can see, ample lot of cardstock. Oh, I'm going to stamp that again. Okay, so if I didn't muck that one up, you would have enough room for your sentiment. I've mucked that one up, so I'm going to stamp a different one there. Okay, but I've already got my sentiment label anyway. So you're definitely going to have enough cardstock to be able to stamp your flowers comfortably and your sentiment. So I'm then going to ink up with the Moody Blue, and I'm going to, you don't eat chocolate. I wish I didn't eat chocolate, and I don't normally eat chocolate because I don't normally have it in the house, but I was on holidays, and so I ate chocolate, I ate pastries, you name it. I ate, oh, I don't need to stamp that one anymore. See, you've got me onto chocolate. Now I've lost my concentration. Don't get me started on chocolate. Ugh. I actually said to someone one day, is there's physically can't be any bad chocolate. I don't know of any bad chocolate ever. All right, so we have, I might stamp that one and see how it goes. It might end up looking okay, even though I misstamped. Where is it there? Or it could end up just being a horrible flower, but it's all good. Okay, and I'm going to then get my pebbled path, and I'm going to do the inside with pebbled path. So we're going to do the little one, and we're going to do the larger one for the big flower, and maybe they're like that. Okay, so now I'm going to bring in my Big Shot again. Don't crucify me for using my Big Shot. And it's well used. You can see, look at the handle. Look how well used it is. But it does the job. And it is a Stampin' Up one. It's one that Stampin' Up used to sell. All right, so I'm just going to line up those dies, which go which way? Where are... Does anyone else struggle with lining up the dies like this with petals? I mean, I normally look at something and go, oh yeah, that petal goes that way, that goes there, and I can line it up, but I'm struggling tonight. I'm not used to nighttime crafting, see? There we go. Do you know, I've been talking about not being used to nighttime crafting. Whoa, have I been doing a lot of nighttime crafting lately? Because I seem to want to be awake, and I've been crafting until midnight, but I'm trying to catch up on all my work. There we have it. Okay, so we've got those two lined up. You said, what did I say? Mods blue, boho blue. Julie, yes, there. I was watching that shop the other night on Free Tours by Foot. I know. It's the M&M shop. It's in London, and it's near Coventry. Is it Coventry? It's not Coventry Gardens. It's sort of near Piccadilly Square, but it's not at Piccadilly Square. It's where we had to actually catch the hop on hop off bus. The M&M shop was right there. So every day we were catching the hop on hop off bus. The M&M shop was there, and it was like, I physically have to go there. It just kept haunting me until I went. So I was quite happy when I went. And honestly, I think when you go to places like that, you end up paying more for the things than what you would normally anyway. It cost me a fair bit of money. She took you in there on the Piccadilly Square tour. Okay, yeah. So Piccadilly Square is close to it, but it's actually on I think it's called Coventry Street, because that's actually where we had to catch the hop on hop off bus. So, but yeah, it's a great shop. Oh my god! Like if you love M&Ms, you would be, the smell of it. You know when you open a bag of M&Ms and you get that gorgeous smell? Like, oh, I walked into the shop and I said to my daughter, oh, I'm in heaven. Like, all I could smell was chocolate M&Ms. Like, it was just, the smell was divine. All right, so we've got that. We're then going to grab our pierce mat again, and we're going to stamp our Oops-a-Daisy sentiment, which is, where is it? There it is there. Okay, so we're going to do that in Pebbled Path. You stayed there? Yeah. Well, we weren't far from there, Julie. So where we were, it was like a 15-minute walk. Yeah, 15-minute walk. Which daughter went with me? Okay, so my youngest daughter went with me, Jenny Lee. Yeah, she went with me. The eldest daughter couldn't afford it. So the youngest daughter paid, because we did a 12-day Europe tour as well. And she paid all her own way there. It was just the incentive trip that was supplied for nothing. So, and of course, Stampin' Up pay for your flights to get out of Australia, and they pay for you to get back into Australia. So we just added on the tour. So now I'm just going to, with my liquid glue, I don't know what, oh, that's what it is. I was like, wow, that's really crooked, but it's my insert that's in there that made it look really crooked. It's not crooked. All right, so I'm just going to glue my large one on there. Then I'm going to grab my Seal Plus because I want to put my ribbon on. So I'm just going to grab the Seal Plus and add a little bit of Seal Plus here for my ribbon to sit into. Now with this one, it's just a little V of ribbon. So tiny little bit of ribbon. So if you're trying to conserve on using ribbon and stuff, this is a really, really great way of adding ribbon to a project, but not actually using a lot of it. And if I could find a decent pair of scissors would be great. But I seem to have one pair of scissors, and it's not a pair of scissors that I should be using because they're not working very well. All right, so now we've got 2 of the flowers and the sentiment. So we're going to pop the sentiment up. So once again, making sure that you put enough dimensionals on your sentiment that it's going to attach to the paper part of your card and not the ribbon. So I'm going to put one at the end there that's probably going to hook onto the ribbon, but the other 3 are probably going to hold it in place where I need it to be, so it'll be nice and solid. So you just got to remember when you've got ribbon like that not to add your dimensionals, that they're only sticking to the ribbon, because then the ribbon will let it flap around, and you don't want that to happen. All right, so we're going to do Oops-a-Daisy, just right there. Then we're going to, I'm just going to add a dimensional straight onto here because that's where I'm going to glue the other daisy, just there. And so I can actually just sit it where I want it to be and pop it into that dimensional. Same thing with the one down the bottom. I'm just going to add a dimensional down on the bottom there, and then let the rest of it just rest onto that sentiment label. So we've got that there. Super easy. Now we're just going to, on the insert, we're just going to stamp one of the larger flowers. So I'm just going to bring in my piece mat again and my insert layer. I'm going to grab the large flower and my boho blue. Is your daughter Jasmine or Jade? My daughter is Jade. Yep, my daughter, I have Jade is my eldest, and she is turning 23 this year, and Denny is my youngest, who is turning 21 this year. Okay, so we're going to add that lined image there first. We're then going to grab the solid one. We're going to ink off, and we're going to add over the top about there. Then we're going to grab our Pebbled Path, and we're going to add that sentiment inside. Oh, sorry, we're going to add the center of the flower. I don't know what I was saying about sentiment, but there you go. So we have that, and then we will glue that to the inside of the card. And that, once we do our embellishing, that is our 3rd and final card for the night. So what do you think? Have you enjoyed this free class? And do you think you want to place an order to get a kit to make these. How awesome is that? And get it sent out to you. So if you place a $65 order online, you will get the card kit for free to make all of these cards. So I'm just going to bring them all back in now. So that was card number 3, card number 2, and card number 1. So you can't find the ribbon. The ribbon is called Pebbled Path. Pebbled, if you just do a search for Pebbled Path, you will find, you'll find the ribbon. So as I said, if you want to get one of these free kits, the way to get it is to place an order of $65 or more, and you will get a kit to make the 6 cards for free. I will send that out to you, and I will be actually prepping all the kits on the weekend. So the ordering time is from today right through to midnight on Friday the 9th, which is this Friday. For anyone that orders, you must use the host code. So you can see here the host code there. You must use the host code to be able to get the free kit. If you place a $100 order, then you will get a free embellishment, and the free embellishment you'll get will be a pack of the gorgeous rhinestones. So if you actually order the daisy bundle, if you don't already own the daisy bundle, and a roll of the Pebble Path ribbon from me through my online store, you will end up getting the embellishments for free, and you'll get the kit. So all you will need then is your own inks. So I'm super excited to be bringing you these wonderful online classes. And as I said, once you get your kit, when you do a qualifying order and you get your kit, you can come back to this video. I will actually send an email out towards the end of the week with the replay of this video as well. So if you have a hard time coming back and trying to find where the video is, you don't have to panic, because I will send you out an email with the link directly to the YouTube video to be able to come back once your kit arrives and be able to craft along with me. So I hope you've enjoyed that class, and I will be here live at 5 every Monday night, showing you, featuring a different bundle every Monday night, and showing you 3 gorgeous designs using a different bundle each week. And you can, as I said, get the kit for free when you place a qualifying online order with me. So thank you very much. If this is the first time you've seen me and you love what I do, please give me the thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, please subscribe. If you haven't followed my business page on Facebook, please follow the business page so you don't miss any of my live crafting. So it's super, super awesome to be back with you again. And I've enjoyed crafting tonight. So Monday is my only free night that I have in the week. Now it's not free because I'm going to be doing live at 5 every Monday night. So thank you everyone for hanging out with me. And until next time, I will see you all again soon. Bye for now.